Hello everyone, welcome to this demo video. We have just now launched the very first version of Ceethru, which is a developer tool. It works for Java language currently and draws diagrams for your code repositories. So let me quickly walk you through on how to use this tool. You first have to specify the location of the Java project in your local. Then you have to provide the name of the Java file for which you want to draw the diagram. Let's select gameboard.java. So this is the diagram which it draws for me. As the legend says, so the darker nodes are actually the class names. So game board and tic tac toe game state are classes, whereas their subsequent lighter nodes are actually methods present inside those classes. So game board has two methods: mark and validate position. Um, Also, the other information is which I can get from this diagram is play is actually a method which is calling mark method, and mark is calling validate position method. So I can understand the flow of the code. I can even select more methods to draw the diagram. So this draws the diagram for get mark as well. For simplicity, let's again go back to mark and let's try increasing the depth of the calls. So here I have increased callers depth to 2. Now this tells me which all methods are actually calling this method play, and then play is calling mark. I can even increase the depth to, I can keep increasing the depth to go deeper in the flow. So at depth 3, this is how the diagram would look like. And this becomes very useful. So when we talked to developers, they told us that they spend more than 35% of their bandwidth in understanding the code, and that usually comprises of understanding the flow of the code. And using this diagram, it becomes super simple to understand how the flow is working. And let's say if I was the developer working on this repository trying to make changes in this method mark, then it is super easy for me to understand which all methods might also require some subsequent changes because of my changes in mark, right? And let's say if someone new is onboarding to my team, for them also it becomes simple to understand the flow of the code. So it can also help during the onboarding and save a lot of time. And also, if I have to introduce a new feature to my code, say I have to introduce a new method which has to interact with mark method, then actually the feature review which we do our teammates, that also becomes super simple, because the rest of the flow is already captured in this diagram, and we just have to introduce a new change here, and it can be reviewed by the team quite quickly, and we don't have to draw all this manually. So saves a lot of time for the developers. um, Please, so this is the tool which we have built. Please let us know if you have any suggestions for the next features you would like to see, and we will try to prioritize them. Thanks for your time.